Hello everyone, so welcome to today's video. We are doing the best in beauty for 2017. I can't even believe it's that time of the year for me to sit down and film this video. I have done a few of these in the years past and I have enjoyed doing these videos just like I do with my favorites because it's just easy for me to sit here and share with you guys things that I truly love. So this year has had its good and its bad, of course, as any year does, and I have learned to look at makeup in a different way and skincare as well. I have changed my skincare thought process this year and just really wanted to use products that are really good, things that I could count on. It doesn't matter if I'm just going to run errands or if I'm going somewhere to someone's house, an event, anywhere I'm going. I know that these products work and I can count on these, and that's why I included them in the best in beauty for this year. I have a lot of stuff here to show you, and I'm going to start with the first part, which is going to be the face products. We'll do eyes and lips separate. As I always do, I try to break these up so that it's not one long video. Although I can make promises that this video won't be very long, it will be. If you're interested in the look that I'm wearing today, this look, I absolutely love it. It's my holiday look for this year. It is a tutorial that was posted on Monday, so you can find the video here in the links. So let's go ahead and get started with the face products. So I'm not big on a primer. I have been using them lately, so I'm not going to include it in this video because I haven't always used a primer. There's a few that I've used, like the Bare Minerals. I have the regular Prime Time, the Combo Control that I've used. Recently started using one from Ren Skincare, and you know, I use them and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I use my skincare like marula oil from Drunk Elephant as a priming step. It's not something that I feel like it has to be done, so I'm just going to kind of skip over that category, but I'm going to go in with sort of the foundationing products. And the first one, if you have been watching a lot of my videos, especially towards the beginning of the year, you may have heard something called Bare Minerals on this channel. I'm just saying, I have talked this brand into the ground. I absolutely love it, and the reason why I started using this was because I started doing a lot of research and kind of getting more aware of the ingredients and things that were in my skincare products, things that were in my makeup products that were contributing to irritation, redness, breakouts, and I really wanted to have the best skin that I can possibly have. Now, I'm not going to say my skin is perfect by any means because it's far from it, but I can say that my skin is in a really good place, and every day it's just a progressive change in the good way that I'm really happy with. And I came across the Minerals because Minerals is one of those products that are good for all skin types. It doesn't matter if you're sensitive, if you have acne prone skin, if you have normal skin or dry skin, you can make mineral makeup work for you. Not all mineral makeup is created equal, and I will say I have enjoyed the Bare Minerals. I use the original one in the shade Fairly Light. This gives me an immense amount of coverage if I really take the time to buff this in. I have a video on how to use minerals correctly. I've used Bare Minerals in the past 10 plus years ago. So 10 plus years ago, I hated this. I was just like, I don't like this. This doesn't work for my skin. I don't know what I'm doing. This is just not working. So when I found out how to truly wear minerals and how to work it into the skin, it really does make a big difference, and it's a completely different experience than I had then. So I love using this. I use it as concealer under my eyes. I use it over my eyelids before eyeshadow. It gives a really good coverage. The original formula has a bit of a mica mineral in it, so it gives a bit of a luminous finish to the skin, which I like. It's not for everyone, but they do have a matte version. They have one that's more for acne prone skin with, I think it has an acne medication in it that can help control acne. I don't really use things like that too often, so I like the original one. It gives me a really good coverage, and Minerals is really good because it doesn't sit in the pores, it doesn't irritate the skin, it doesn't clog pores, it doesn't irritate current breakouts, it doesn't cause you to have breakouts. It's a very clean formula, it's very easy, and it is messy. I will say that. It gets everywhere, but it's actually a better option if you have sensitive skin or acne prone skin. So I like the Minerals, and you can find different mineral brands out there. You don't have to use specifically Bare Minerals, but I would highly recommend that you give mineral makeup a try. And speaking of mineral makeup, I'm going to jump into my pressed powder. This is the GloSkin. I got this in October, so a little bit later in the year. This is the Pressed Base in Natural Medium. I use this as my concealer primarily. I do also use it as my face powder if I don't want to put on actual foundation, which I will show you the one that I have been enjoying this year. But this is just a pressed foundation. You can use a buffing brush, a fluffy powder brush. I've even used my damp beauty blender to kind of pinpoint and sort of give myself a bit of coverage where I need it, where I have like the larger pore area here, which I don't have issues with covering the pores because they're very clear and they look much smaller, but this area here can be a little bit on the red side, so I try to use a little bit of it. So it actually works really well with the damp beauty blender. You could just take your damp beauty blender and just kind of press it where you need it under the eyes. I use it for concealer and it works really well. Has a really, really good coverage. I wear it in the shade Natural Medium. And I bought mine at a medical spa when I went there for a Visia scan to see what's underneath my skin. And they carry the GloSkin brand there for makeup. And a lot of dermatologists carry makeup brands like the GloSkin, or medical spas will carry this. So that's where you could find this brand. It is a little bit more pricey for a powder. I want to say it's right around the $48 to $50 price point. You do get... what is the size? You get 9 grams of product, so quite a bit of product. It is a cruelty-free brand, and again, it's very recommended, or I should say highly recommended by dermatologists, so GloSkin is good. Now for liquid foundation, I'm wearing it today, and I have been wearing it since the beginning of the year. It's the Clinique Even Better with the SPF 15. I have it in the shade number 24 Linen. This is what I use when I want to use a liquid foundation if I don't want to use a tinted SPF or those mineral products. I will use some of this. I use it today for my holiday makeup. It works well with my skin. I don't get any issues with irritation, redness. I don't get any breakouts. There's no fragrance in this, which I like. It's allergy tested, developed with dermatologists. So I really like this, and it has a nice, pretty, kind of natural, slightly kind of glowy finish, which is a little bit different for me because I've always been the matter the foundation, the better, but that doesn't always mean it's good for the skin because matte foundations, some of them have alcohols in them. So I want something that is alcohol free, which this is alcohol free as well. Has a really nice coverage. It has an SPF of 15. I don't really rely on that 15 to really give me the proper coverage that you would need or should be getting from an actual SPF product. So it's good to have it in there, but it's not something that I would rely on too extensively on the coverage for sun protection. But as far as the foundation, it's a very good formula. Like I said, my skin has been very sensitive this year. Sometimes it's been reactive where it's red and gets, you know, splotchy and stuff, and I can count on this not irritating my skin or causing me to have any issues. So I love this. Clinique is a very old school brand, but I do like this. They even have a new version of this that's even more glowy. If this could even get glowier, I don't know why, but I think it's just another marketing thing that brands do to get people to buy more product. It's the same thing. It's maybe a little bit more dewy, but this is kind of dewy itself. So love those. So those will be my foundation type of products. For setting powders, I just have 2. You guys know I've been talking about Cinema Secrets. I still have the same container. I'm almost out of it, but I am trying to finish it up. This is the Ultralucent colorless powder. What I love about this Cinema Secrets is that it's a very finely milled product. It is almost undetectable on the skin. It looks beautiful. You can use it under the eyes, over the eyelids, set your foundation with it. You can bake with it. You can, you know, put it a lot, like I've seen some people do it here to kind of carve out that contour. You could do all that stuff with this powder, and it's very lightweight, and it doesn't look ugly, and it doesn't look cakey on the skin. So I like that. It is translucent, and it does stay translucent. It doesn't look chalky or anything. The other one that I like is the Bye Bye Pores from It Cosmetics. This one I use under my eyes. It gives a very silky kind of, it just gives a very nice feel to the skin. I use it all over my face as well to set my foundation, which I don't do all the time. I do from time to time, or in the summertime when I feel like I'm a little bit more on the oily side. But this one has like this kind of silky feel. It's unlike any other setting powder that I've ever used. It is a really good brand, a really good formula here. It's translucent. It comes in one shade. You can also get it in pressed as well if you would prefer something that's less messy because this can be messy sometimes. So for setting powders, these would be the 2 that I would reach for. I have done a video several months ago. I don't remember. I know it was this year. It was quite a bit of time since I posted that video of my favorite setting powder. So I'm going to sift through my old videos and have it pop up in the icons there if you're interested in seeing the setting powders that I would recommend, and these 2 are definitely in that video. So those are great. For contour, I don't have a lot of products. I'm not one to contour, but if I do, I like to use this little mini duo from Keving Aucoin. This is the contour powder in the Sculpting powder in medium, and then the Celestial powder in Candlelight. And I like this highlighter as well. It's very soft, very natural, and then this contour is very cool tone, but it is very natural and it looks like a natural shadow, which is what you want. When you contour, it is matte and it's very easy to blend. I like using different brushes, really. It doesn't really matter to work this product into the skin. It blends in nicely and it works well with my fair skin, even though it is in the medium shade. And then, of course, we'll move into some highlighter products. This one is really nice, Celestial Skin in Candlelight. It's really pretty. It's a very soft, kind of natural glow. It almost reminds me of my Laura Mercier, the Baked Matte Radiance powder that I've talked about for so many years. I love that product. It's very similar to that Candlelight in finish and also in the tone of it, so that's another option if you're interested in something similar to that. The Bare Minerals Invisible Light in the shade called Glow. This is really pretty. I got this a couple months ago. It's really pretty. You can definitely build this up to make it look very intense. If you kind of dampen your brush or spray it down, you can really get this to show up really intensely. But when you apply it and just kind of buff it into the skin, it is kind of like an invisible glow. It just gives the skin a nice kind of brightness to it. I like to use it on the tops of my cheekbones. Sometimes I will use it all over the lids if I want a little something there without wearing eyeshadows. This is really pretty, and I have so many highlighters that I love. Highlighting has been something that I've enjoyed, and the highlighter that I'm wearing today, I will show you. It's one that's also very new to my collection, but the brand is not. The brand is one of my favorites. It's the LORAC one. This is in the shade called Starlight. This came in a holiday set that I purchased, I want to say in either September or October, but this product, I'm pretty sure you can get this year-round. These highlighting products have been out for quite some time from this brand, but it's very, very pigmented and just yummy. Like, it is beautiful. It's kind of like an opal-y color. I love it. It's what I'm wearing today on the tops of my cheekbone, down the nose. I blended a little bit around my Cupid's bow and into my lip product. It's so pretty. And these are very pigmented, and you don't have to use a lot of it, which is what I like about this product or these products that I'm showing. They're, you know, have some pigment to them, but you can definitely tone them down, make them look more natural, but you can also definitely build it up. Now, I have a ton of highlighters. Like, I can do a whole video on highlighters, on why I love it and everything in my collection, but I'm going to share with you guys the ones that I have been reaching for the most and loving so, so much. I also have this product from Becca. This is the Backlight Priming Filter. I don't use this as a primer. What I use this is I apply it on the tops of my cheekbone first, and then I go in with a bit of a powder highlight on top, and these two together give me that super beaming, you see me from miles away coming your way, and it's very intense. And it's not for everyone, and I get that. Some people don't like highlights, some people like it softer, some people like layering creams and powders, and the brighter the glow, the better. It's all personal preference, really, but if you want to elevate your highlighter and give your powder a little bit more lift and a little oomph to it, pair it with a highlighting dewy radiant primer first, put it on, or a cream highlighter, put that on first, and then top it with the powder, and you'll be amazed at how glowy and beaming you are. Like, they will see you coming. They will see you coming. Okay, so for concealer, I've been using a lot the Bare Minerals Original Foundation under my eyes. I use the GloSkin Pressed Powder, and you'll be surprised using these two types of products. It does not look like powder at all because my under eye area can be kind of tricky. It's a pain sometimes. It can get dry. It can get irritated. You name it, I've dealt with it, but when I put these on, it doesn't look like powder under the skin. I use these sometimes over some cream concealers, but I've been sort of shying away from the cream concealer part. I just recently started using them again, but I've been using those powders. Now, if I do use a cream product and it's like a brightener, I like to reach for something like this Becca brightener. This is the under eye brightening corrector, and as you can see, it's a bright kind of pinky color here, and it has a bit of a sheen to it, and it brightens the under eye. I don't use this all the time, but if I do want a little bit more of a brighter, more awake look, if I didn't sleep very well, or if I stayed up super late watching TV or catching up on Scandal, hey, I definitely can use some of this the very next day. Like I said, I don't reach for this every day, but if I do, I like to reach for products like this. They have some brightness, and this is just one that I've been using and in my rotation right now that I've been enjoying and really can see a difference using, because sometimes you blend in some brighteners and if you have dark circles, it's like, okay, well, where is it? Like, I blended it with my finger or a beauty blender or a brush, whatever, and you don't see it. It's like, okay, well, so where did it go? This actually, it's very pigmented, so you will see it. A little bit goes a long way, so definitely just be kind of forewarned about that it is very potent, so you need just a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about some blush. I have been really loving the Physicians Formula blush in the shade called Natural. This is from their Mineral Wear. This is a talc-free blush. It gives you a very pretty natural flush that's available at the drugstore. I really enjoy it, and the ingredients are really good as well, so nothing that irritates the skin here. So I've really been enjoying that. I'm wearing it today. It's like a pretty soft color. And I also have been enjoying this. This is a palette from Smashbox. I've used this in so many of my videos, and I'm only showing it to you because I truly love it, and I've used a lot of this palette. It's not available anymore, but it is a really nice product. So if they do make this again in the future, I would recommend that you pick it up. And so as you can see, it's a lot of different products. So I'm only going to show you the ones that I have been enjoying. So the Rich Bronze, I love. As you can see, it's super dirty. I use that all the time. This or my Chocolate Soleil by Benefit. No, Too Faced. Too Faced is Chocolate Soleil. But the True Flush Blush here, this sort of tone looks so pretty. It's a very soft, very natural color. I do like using colors like that, and that's what I've reached for the most. Although lots of different options, pinks, corals, berries, but I've been just using very soft, natural colors, and I feel like that's what's been the standout for me this year, is those types of blush colors. So that rounds up all of my face products and my foundations and highlighters. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I have lots more to share with you guys, so I think I'm going to do a part 2 right now so that I can sort of knock out these videos because they are quite lengthy. But I hope that this video was helpful. These are just my standout products. I've definitely tried quite a few products throughout the year, but these are the ones that I love and reach for and would recommend. And if I only had these products that I'm showing in these videos, I would be one happy gal. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for the next part of this video. And if you'd like to share your favorites from 2017, I'd love to hear from you. You can also follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. You know the usual deal. It's here on the screen. Have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.